traffic all the time, huh? I guess except when you're going to your overnight shift. There's no traffic. Okay guys, unfortunately I don't have good news to share. The black dog that was beaten with a brick passed away, unfortunately, today. He was in a lot of pain, and he was breathing rapidly. His nervous system was damaged. The guy beat him really, really bad with the brick, and he couldn't make it. It was too much. This happens quite a bit in Nepal, where dogs are abused and neglected, and unfortunately their injuries are just too much. So that's part of what we have to deal with when we help dogs in Nepal. I've had many experiences where I've sent money over to Nepal, and we paid the vet bills, and the dogs die because it's just too serious and they're too far gone, and the medical care in Nepal isn't that great. So unfortunately the dogs don't have a great chance of survival. That's why we need to get them over here and get them safe. On a brighter note, the good thing is that Miracle and Precious are safe. They're at the same vet. They will survive. They are doing well, and they will be here within 10 days or less. So that's great, guys. We are going to change their life. So it's just in time for our donation link to open. I'm talking to my, hold on one second, I'll bring her on. Hold on. Let me see if she'll come on here. One second. Oh, okay, she can't. Okay, so we are bringing 2 dogs here. We committed to the third, but the third one passed away. So that's why what we do when we find a dog in Nepal is what we're always going to do is we're going to ask for pledges, and then we're going to gauge how much interest and how much funding we're able to have to bring that dog to America. From now on, and what we always do is we're just going to ask for pledges for dogs in Nepal, and then if we do get enough interest, we will be sending dogs here, especially if they have a private sponsor or a donor. So I'm going to be working directly with my amazing rescue crew over there, consisting of Nizrat and her husband, and they are so passionate about dogs. So what they're going to do is they are going to find the dogs that are in the street. They're going to find the suffering cases, the urgent cases, and they're going to send me videos. They're going to send me photos. We're going to ask for pledges. We're going to see and gauge. You know, New York Bully Crew does the same thing. The big rescues, they do the same thing. So we have a presence in Nepal. Nepal is a bit neglected. So we are going to do things that way. So Nepal is going to be one of our biggest focuses because I know someone there that I trust, which is very important. We don't want to get used. We don't want our donations to be used improperly, and that can happen a lot overseas. You have to really trust somebody over there, and that's what we have. So we're going to focus on that. We're going to focus on county. We are excited because our pool rights are just around the corner, along with our 501c. So we're very grateful that that's coming, and it's going to help us become more legitimate. You know, we are a great rescue, but we are not a 501c. We are in process of approval, and to me, that's not really a big deal because we still get the same benefits. We're still tax deductible, which is so important. And then we also are able to solicit donations, which is very important too. So if I gave any recommendation to anybody, when you want to start a rescue, make sure that you get a good CPA and you get in process for approval as soon as you can. And that's when you can start raising donations. Stay away from the drama, stay away from the bullying, and you're going to do great. Don't respond to any of these dog rescuers who message you with any sort of negativity. Only respond to the ones that are giving you advice. And then those are the good ones. They exist, guys. They're out there. So I'm so excited for all the dogs that we have right now in our care, and we're going to focus on those right now because we've committed to 2 in Nepal, which is huge, and we've got multiple dogs here that need behavioral training so they can flourish in their home, because knock on wood, we've never had a return, right? That's great. We've only had situations where maybe fosters went on vacation too much, or the fosters weren't able to handle the dog or something, but for forever home wise, we've never had a return, which is great, and we've saved so many lives. Try to use our instincts the best we can. Once we get more on a Marley's Mutts level, that kind of size, that's when you get a wide range of everything happening. Like on their reviews, I think they have like 250 one-star reviews, and then they have like 15,000 5-star reviews, right? So nobody's perfect. You can't be perfect. And I'm sure those 250 reviews are 250 dog rescuers.
Probably haters.
Yeah, and then a couple of people who maybe just had a little bit of an experience or something. But I'm so happy that we're doing so well, and part of us doing so well is me not really worrying so much about the hater club and the slanderers. What's important is that we're focusing now on the dogs, and we are putting our sole focus on the dogs without having to worry about the rest. We are officially a registered charitable organization, and we just got approved by Bluepay. It's interesting, some people are already messaging me with screenshots from some people trying to message them that we aren't legitimate. But guys, we are approved already. They saw our paperwork. My CPA sent everything to them. So a company like that would not approve somebody unless it's legitimate paperwork. You know, right, Keith? It has to be legitimate. That's why we didn't get that chance with PayPal to show them all of our documents first. They asked for our documents, and then we were ready to send them, and then the cease and desist happened, and then it blocked us for life. So we are working on that. But we don't need that. We have Bluepay, which is even better. So how is the emaciated dog? That's a good question. So many people want that dog now that people are messaging the guy who found the dog, and I'm sure they're saying many things about us. So I am going to keep in touch and see what's going on with that. But that dog needs a rescue because that dog was trying to snap at the vet and trying to bite at the vet. So that dog needs training, life-saving care, and if we end up with him, that's good. But I have a feeling that dog will be picked up by a rescue. There's so much interest right now, and unfortunately, animal control found him before we did. So that dog is in the shelter system now. I had Keith on the way. He left the house right away, which was great, but he didn't get there in time. Animal control got there. There were multiple calls in the neighborhood. So I don't know what's going to happen with that dog, actually. I have no idea. But I do know that he's alive, which is great. And he's going to need a really good rescue because he needs to be kept away from people, dogs. He has to recover. He's a lot of work. That's going to be a big job, you know. I don't even know if we can take on a job that big right now. I really don't think we can. So I'm glad we gave him exposure, but I'm not going to... One thing I won't do is fight over a dog that has a lot of interest, right? So my videos helped, which is great, but now that dog has so much interest that all the rescues in LA are just biting at the bits to try to help that dog. That dog has a lot of pledges, which is great. Okay, so we'll find out more tomorrow about that dog. So the great thing is that this guy, Marco, was a superhero. He found the dog, he saved him, got him exposure, sent stuff to me, we got the word out, and then all the rescues heard of it, and it's great. So, and it's interesting because sometimes our haters help us, because what they do is they don't want us to have a dog so bad that they contact rescues and they network, and they even sometimes they pledge, which is great, because they don't want us to have the dog so bad that they network the dog, which is so great, and I like that actually. So we've got a really great thing going. So I'm very grateful that we have those haters, because they save lives too, you know. It may be out of spite or whatever, but they still do it, right? Because there's been a lot of times when I tried to save a dog and they didn't want me to have the dog really bad, so they networked, and it got them off their chairs and into action, which I love. Okay, I've seen that happen many times. So I'm hoping a big rescue steps in and saves that dog, because I am inundated right now with requests, and that dog has so much interest, and a rescue would love to take that on, you know, because the dog is so emaciated, and it's going to bring in a lot of donations for them, and the dog is safe, so it's going to be good. So anyway, blessings in disguises, guys. Let's continue to make sure we spread the message about these dogs. And if you guys ever see any hater notes, don't worry about that. Actually, I got a message today. I didn't tell you, Keith. There's a trainer. I won't say where he lives, because we're going to go meet him. But he said that he's been through the same bullying, and he's got like 20,000 followers. And he wants to meet us, and he wants to give us a huge discount training our dogs. Yeah. I'll tell you where he lives, but it's somewhere where we know. It's close by. No, he's amazing. He's followed by a lot of people and stuff, but he's like a certified trainer, and he was into acting and stuff, and he's got all these tattoos, and he said basically, you know, hey, I saw what you've been through, and I relate to you, man. I feel like it was happening to me, because he said that the haters messaged him and told him how bad I was, but he saw how good of work we were doing, and then he said, hey man, I want to help you. So it's awesome. He reached out to me. So I love that, guys. It's diamond in the rough type of stuff. We're finding these amazing people who aren't about all the bull. They're about just helping dogs. Haven't we been finding amazing people through like the negativity? So I don't want to work with any of these people who are bullies and stuff. I don't want them to be a part of what we're doing. That's why it's so amazing that they show their true colors. And I haven't really been engaging at all with these people. I've just been focused on the dogs, and I've been focused on saving them, and that's what needs to happen. So we are getting so big in the dog rescue world that we have to just set an example, a good example, okay? We've got too much good going on. So Maverick is going to have some family members now from Nepal, which is so great. And so guys, that's a ton of updates. I'm so grateful for everything that's happening. And please continue to spread the message that these dogs need us so badly. And so many beautiful things are happening. Tomorrow, guys, be ready for it, because we are going to be going live on our website, www.urgentdogs.com. I mean, .org. .org. .org sounds better, doesn't it? www.urgentdogs.org. We are going to be going live for donations, and it's going to be super simple, super easy, super secure, and super amazing, guys. Okay, so I've done a ton of commercials, so I'm going to be basically like a commercial ad for this donation site, because they need more exposure, because they're amazing. but they've taken in billions in sales. They work with Versace, Puma, and they're so incredible. They've done over 50 billion in sales and taken in that much money. So they're very trusted. 24/7 care, 24/7 customer service. So anything you guys need, you're going to get an invoice, a receipt, everything. So you're going to be able to file for your tax deduction. It's going to give you our address. It's going to give you our name of our rescue. So that's all you guys need. And then you guys need our EIN number, which we have. And you'll get your tax deduction. So it'll be super, super easy because we haven't had that yet. It's been a little sloppy. So I'm glad that we're cleaning it up, and it's going to be great. It's even better than PayPal. So it's so trusted. I love it. So get ready, guys, because tomorrow it's going live, and I'm so grateful. It's going to be amazing.